Hello everyone. I feel happy to welcome you to this video lecture session. So in this video we will see the solution of Lagrange's linear equations. The general form of Lagrange's linear equation is PP plus QQ equal to R, where capital P, capital Q and capital R are functions of x, y and z. As usual, small p stands for dou z by dou x and small q stands for dou z by dou y. To solve this type of Lagrange's linear equation, we have to first formulate auxiliary equation by using dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. So here the denominators p, q and r can be taken from the given equation pp plus qq equal to r. So this identity dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r is said to be the auxiliary equation or subsidiary equation for this Lagrange's linear equation. So using this auxiliary equation, we have to find two solutions of types u of x comma y comma z equal to c1 and v of x comma y comma z equal to c2 using any one of the following two methods. The first method is known as method of grouping. So to find the solution using method of grouping, we have to take any two ratios in the auxiliary equation. We have to separate the variables and we have to go for integration on both sides. The second method available is Lagrange's multiplier method. Whenever the method of grouping fails to give the solution for the given Lagrange's linear equation, we have to use Lagrange's multiplier method. Let us see how to choose the multiplier for getting the solution. If dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r, then by component or dividend or rule, each term in this fraction is equal to L dx plus m dy plus n dz by Lp plus mq plus nr. So here L, m and n may be constants or it may be functions of x, y and z. So these L, m and n are said to be the Lagrange's multipliers. So these values should be chosen in such a way that Lp plus mq plus nr should be equal to 0. That means the denominator in the term L dx plus m dy plus n dz by Lp plus mq plus nr, the denominator Lp plus mq plus nr should be 0. In that way we have to choose the multiplier. If the denominator becomes 0, automatically we can have L dx plus m dy plus n dz equal to 0. From this identity we can easily get one solution by using the integration method. So this is known as the Lagrange's multiplier method. Now let us take up an example. The question is solve y square z by x into p plus xz into q equal to y square. So here the given equation is exactly of the type pp plus qq equal to r, where the value of p is y square z by x, q equal to xz and r equal to y square. So since it is a Lagrange's linear equation, the auxiliary equation will be dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. You just substitute the values of p, q and r here. We get dx by y square z by x equal to dy by xz equal to dz by y square. So the first term dx by y square z by x can be taken as x dx by y square z. So we have x dx by y square z equal to dy by xz equal to dz by y square. Now you look at the first two terms in the auxiliary equation. X dx by y square z equal to dy by xz. Just consider these two ratios. Look at the denominator. So we have z on both sides of the denominator. So you just cancel z on both sides and you group x dx on one side, y and dy on another side. So we get x square dx equal to y square dy. If you integrate on both sides, you get integral x square dx equal to integral y square dy. You know integral x square dx is x cube by 3 and integral y square dy is y cube by 3 plus an integration constant c. So we have x cube by 3 equal to y cube by 3 plus c. You keep the constant on one side and you group the remaining terms on another side. So we have x cube by 3 minus y cube by 3 equal to c. You take 3 as LCM on the left hand side and to cross multiply the same 3. You get x cube minus y cube equal to 3c. Since c is a constant, 3c is also a constant. You can take that constant as a. So we have x cube minus y cube equal to a. You take it as equation number 1. So this is one solution we have got by considering the first two terms in the auxiliary equation, and the method we used here is method of grouping. Similarly, you take the first and last ratios in the auxiliary equations, namely x dx by y square z equal to dz by y square. Since y squared is a factor which appears on either side in the denominator, if you cancel y squared on both sides, you get x dx by z equal to dz. You just cross multiply z, you get x dx equal to z dz. You integrate on both sides, you get x square by 2 equal to z square by 2 plus c. This implies x square by 2 minus z square by 2 equal to c. You take 2's LCM, you get x square minus z square by 2 equal to c. It implies x square plus minus z square equal to 2c. If 2c is taken as some other constant, say b, we have x square minus z square equal to b. So the first and second equations are of the form u of x comma y equal to c1, v of x comma y equal to c2. Okay. Therefore, the solution will be phi of u comma v equal to 0, that is phi of x cube minus y cube comma x square minus z square equal to 0, which is the solution of the given Lagrange's equation. Okay. Next, let us take up another problem. Solve y square p minus xyq equal to x into z minus 2y. The given equation is exactly of the type pp plus qq equal to r, where p equal to y square, q equal to minus xy, and the value of r is x into z minus 2y. Therefore, the auxiliary equation or the subsidiary equation is dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r, that is dx by, you substitute the values of p, q, r. So you get dx by y square equal to dy by minus xy equal to dz by x into z minus 2y. Okay. You consider the first two ratios, dx by y square equal to dy by minus xy. You cancel y on both sides because it is a common factor. After cancelling y, we get dx by y equal to dy by minus x. You group x dx on one side, y dy on another side. You get x dx equal to minus y dy. Take integration on both sides. We get integral x dx equal to minus integral y dy, that is x square by 2 equal to minus y square by 2 plus some integration constant, say a by 2. You group x square by 2 and minus y square by 2 on one side. You keep the constant term on another side. So we have x square by 2 plus y square by 2 equal to a square by 2. If you multiply all the terms by 2, you get x square plus y square equal to a. Take it as equation number 1. You consider the last two ratios in the auxiliary equation, namely dy by minus xy equal to dz by x into z minus 2y. Choose the multipliers z and y. We have each term in the auxiliary equation is equal to z dy plus y dz by minus xyz plus xyz minus 2xy square. So here minus xyz plus xyz get cancelled. So we are left with minus 2xy square. Okay. See the numerator. Numerator is z dy plus y dz. Z dy plus y dz can be taken as d of yz. D of yz means derivative of yz. If you differentiate yz by using the product rule uv, we know derivative of uv is uv dash plus vu dash. Similarly, derivative of yz is z dy plus y dz. So the numerator can be taken as d of yz, and we have minus 2xy square in the denominator. Now you group this term to d of yz by minus 2xy square and the first term in the subsidiary equation dx by y square. So you get dx by y square equal to d of yz by minus 2xy square. So here y square get cancelled. You get dx by 1 equal to d of yz by minus 2x. You just group x dx on one side. We have minus 2x dx equal to d of yz. Integrate on both sides. So on the left hand side minus 2 is constant and integral x dx is x square by 2, and if you integrate d of yz you get yz. So ultimately we get yz plus x square equal to some constant, say b. So equation 1 is of the type u equal to some constant, equation 2 is of the type v equal to some constant. Therefore the general solution is phi of u comma v equal to 0, that is phi of x square plus y square comma x square plus yz equal to 0. So which is the required solution of the given equation. Next let us take up another important problem. Solve x into y minus z into p plus y into z minus x into q equal to z into x minus y. So the given equation is exactly of the type pp plus qq equal to r, where p equal to what is capital P, which is nothing but the coefficient of small p, so which is equal to x into y minus z. Similarly q equal to y into z minus x and r equal to z into x minus y. These are the values of p, q, r. What about the auxiliary equation? It is dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r, that is dx by x into y minus z equal to dy by y into z minus x equal to dz by z into x minus y. This is the auxiliary equation. Now let us choose the multipliers 1, 1, 1. Then each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to 1 dx plus 1 dy plus 1 dz by 1 into x into y minus z plus 1 into y into z minus x plus 1 into z into x minus y. And if you simplify the denominator, you get 0, that is dx plus dy plus dz by 0. So this implies the numerator dx plus dy plus dz is also equal to 0. If you integrate term by term, you get x. What is integral dx? It is x. So x plus y plus z equal to some integration constant, say a. So x plus y plus z equal to a, you take this as equation number 1. Similarly, you choose another set of multipliers, namely 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z. Then each term or each ratio in the auxiliary equation will be equal to 1 by x dx plus 1 by y dy plus 1 by z dz by 1 by x into y minus z is nothing but y minus z. Similarly, if you multiply the denominator in the second term by y, 1 by y, you get z minus x only. So each term in the auxiliary equation is equal to 1 by x dx plus 1 by y dy plus 1 by z dz by y minus z plus z minus x plus x minus y. So here all the terms get cancelled. So we have dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z by 0. So the denominator is becoming 0. This implies numerator is also 0, that is dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z equal to 0. If you integrate term by term, you get log x plus log y plus log z equal to some integration constant, say log b. So the left hand side log x plus log y plus log z can be taken as log of x y z. So log of x y z equal to log b implies x y z equal to b. If you remove logarithm on both sides, you get x y z equal to b. You can take it as equation number 1. Equation number 2. So equation 1 is of the form u equal to some constant. Equation 2 is of the form v equal to some constant. Therefore the solution is phi of u comma v equal to 0, that is phi of x plus y plus z comma x y z equal to 0, which is the required solution of the given Lagrange's equation. In the same way, you can find the solution of x into y square minus z square into p plus y into z square minus x square into q equal to z into x square minus y square. So this equation is also of the form pp plus qq equal to r, where p equal to x into y square minus z square, q equal to y into z square minus x square, r equal to z into x square minus y square. What about the auxiliary equation? It is dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. You just substitute the values of p, q, r. You get dx by x into y square minus z square equal to dy by y into z square minus x square equal to dz by z into x square minus y square. Okay, so we want to find 3 numbers or variables like L, M, N in such a way that while multiplying those values with the denominators, we should get 0 in the denominator. Okay, after simplification, the denominator should become 0. This you can do by using the comparator dividend rule. It states that if a by b equal to c by d, then these two will be equal to a plus b by c plus d or a minus b by c minus d. So using this comparator dividend rule, we can get solution. Okay, so now you choose the multiplier, say x, y, z. Then each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to x dx plus y dy plus z dz by x square into y square minus z square plus y square into z square minus x square plus z square into x square minus y square. And if you simplify the denominator, you get 0. So this implies x dx plus y dy plus z dz equal to 0. Integrating, we have x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z square by 2 equal to some integration constant a by 2. If you cancel 2 on either side, you get x square plus y square plus z square equal to a. Let it be equation number 1. Similarly, you choose another set of multipliers, namely 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z. Then each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z by y square minus z square plus z square minus x square plus x square minus y square. It is actually equal to 0. This implies the numerator dx by x plus dy by y plus dz by z equal to 0. If you integrate, you get log x plus log y plus log z equal to log b. Log x plus log y plus log z is nothing but log of x y z. So log of x y z equal to log b. If you remove logarithm on both sides, you get x y z equal to b. It is equation number 2. So from 1 and 2, since they are of the form u equal to constant, v equal to constant, we have the solution to the given Lagrange's equation is phi of u comma v equal to 0, that is phi of x square plus y square plus z square comma x y z equal to 0. So which is the required solution. Let us take up one more problem. Find the general solution of mz minus ny into p plus nx minus lz into q equal to ly minus mx. So here L, M, N are constants. All the coefficients are constant. Okay. So let us see the solution. The given equation is exactly of the form pp plus qq equal to r, where p equal to mz minus ny, q equal to nx minus lz, and r equal to ly minus mx. Just substitute these values in the auxiliary equation dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. We have dx by mz minus ny equal to dy by nx minus lz equal to dz by ly minus mx. We want to choose the multipliers in such a way that the denominator is becoming 0. Okay. Just by looking at the coefficients of x, y, z, we can easily find that L, M, N are the multipliers. Okay. So if you go for the multiplier L, M, N, then the each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to L dx plus M dy plus N dz by L into mz minus ny plus m into nx minus lz plus n into ly minus mx. On simplification, we have L dx plus M dy plus N dz by 0. That is, denominator is becoming 0. This implies that the numerator L dx plus M dy plus N dz equal to 0. Integrating, we get integral L dx plus integral M dy plus integral N dz equal to 0. So here L, M, N are constant. So we have L x plus M y plus N z equal to some integration constant A. So this is the first solution we are getting. It is of the form u of x comma y comma z equal to constant. We want to find another solution by using another set of multipliers. As we have found in the previous case, now we can find one more set of multipliers by looking the coefficients of L, M, N. The previous set of multipliers we found by using the coefficients of x, y, z. Okay, so now you look at the coefficient of L, M, N and you find the values of the multipliers in such a way that the denominator becomes 0. So the values are clearly x, y, z. So if we choose the multipliers x, y, z, the each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to x dx plus y dy plus z dz by x into p, that is x into mz minus ny plus y into nx minus lz plus z into ly minus mx. If you simplify the denominator, you get 0. So we have each ratio equal to x dx plus y dy plus z dz by 0. This implies x dx plus y dy plus z dz equal to 0. On integration, we have x square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z square by 2 equal to the integration constant b by 2. On cancelling 2 on either side, we have x square plus y square plus z square equal to b it is of the form v equal to some constant. Therefore, the solution is phi of u comma v equal to 0, that is phi of lx plus my plus nz comma x square plus y square plus z square equal to 0, which is the required solution. The next question is to solve x into y square plus z into p plus y into z square, sorry, y into x square plus z into q equal to z into x square minus y square. So this PDE is also of the form PP plus QQ equal to R, where P equal to x into y square plus z, Q equal to y into x square plus z, and R equal to z into x square minus y square. Therefore, the auxiliary equation is dx by x into y square plus z equal to dy by y into x square plus z equal to dz by z into x square minus y square. If we choose the multipliers x minus y minus 1, each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to x dx minus y dy minus 1 dz by x into y square plus z minus y into x square plus z minus 1 into z into x square minus y square. So it is clearly seen that the value of the denominator is 0. This implies x dx minus y dy minus dz equal to 0. Integrate term by term, we get x square by 2 minus y square by 2 minus integral dz is z equal to some integration constant, say a by 2. Okay, you take 2 as LCM for the left hand side and you cancel the 2 which is appearing in the denominator on both sides, you get x square minus y square minus 2z equal to a. You take it as equation number 1. Similarly, you choose another set of multipliers 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z, minus 1 by z. Then each ratio in the auxiliary equation is equal to dx by x minus dy by y plus dz by z by 0. The denominator is becoming 0 automatically. Okay, so this implies dx by x minus dy by y plus dz by z equal to 0. If you integrate term by term, you get log x minus log y plus log z equal to integration constant log b. Log x minus log y can be taken as log of xy. Log x minus log y can be taken as log of x by y plus log z. So log of x by y plus log z is nothing but log x z by y equal to right hand side is log b. If you remove logarithm on both sides, you get x z by y equal to b. It is equation number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, the solution is phi of u comma v equal to 0, that is phi of x square minus y square minus 2z comma x z by y equal to 0, which is the solution for the given Lagrange's equation. So with this, the Lagrange's equation is over. Few problems are given for your practice. So with this, this topic is over. Thank you for listening. Thank you.